أعزائي الكرام، مرحبا بكم في هذا البث المباشر الاستثنائي. معكم رفعت من مدينة نيويورك. ستلتحق بي صديقتنا موني، هي ناشطة اجتماعية هنا في بروكلين، وهي ستواكب الحوار الذي سيجرى مع عمدة بروكلين، وستكون معنا. اسمحوا لي أن أستقبلها مباشرة ونكتشف معها. أهلا بك مباشرة موني، لك الميكروفون، تعطينا فكرة حول ما سيحدث
مرحبا. حبيت بس احنا بنتكلم على أهمية موضوع كورونا بالنسبة للجاليات المختلفة اللي موجودة احنا بنيويورك، خاصة ببروكلين، لأن حاليا في يعني التوعية اللي بتحصل من جهة الكورونا بتروح معظمها للبرامج الأمريكية والأسبانية. It's just in English وعربي. فحاليا احنا بنرجو نحكي مع عمدة بروكلين ومع نيويورك، علشان احنا عندنا تواصل مثل صوت العرب، في تواصل للباكستانيين، للبنغلاديشي، للصينيين، يعني احنا عندنا جاليات كتيرة ببروكلين. فعايزين احنا يعني ان احنا نعمل توعية ونركز هذا الموضوع. الآن هنبتدي، فبنتواصل معك بعدين.
مباشرة إلى عمدة مدينة بروكلين. كما قالت موني، ستكون هي حاضرة الآن في الكونفرنس، في الاجتماع مع عمدة مدينة بروكلين. سنحاول أن نبث هذا اللقاء المباشر الإعلامي لكل من يتابعنا، وسنحاول أن نعطي فكرة ونترجم ماذا سيحدث بالضبط في هذا الملتقى الإعلامي مع عمدة مدينة بروكلين بحول الله. إذن ابقوا معنا.
COVID-19 information for the Arabic and the Moroccan, specifically for the Moroccan community. And we have only paper in Queens as Arab Astoria to disseminate and to give that information to the Arabic speaking. So if we can get more, and we're talking about the funding, it would be very, very helpful for the community to get the message, the right message, and to follow the guidelines, the president guidelines. And thank you for hosting this.
نحن في بث مباشر مع عمدة مدينة نيويورك، عمدة بروكلين.
We would like to hear from. Next up, we would like to bring up Yasmin Atef from the Yemeni Women's Association. Yasmin.
Yes, hi, good morning, everyone. Thank you so much, Mr. Eric, for posting this. And today, as we see, we are in War 3 with COVID-19. So we all want to be together and against this. So if you go to Google and search about New York ethnic map, you will see Mexican, Chinese, Pakistani, Arab, from all different immigrants who doesn't speak English. Some of them, they speak. So New York City is home to, as mathematician, 3.1 million immigrants who speak different languages. And in this crisis, we need different languages to direct and, tell people to update with the COVID-19. So when this crisis started, I was thinking, what should we do, like to direct people, who doesn't speak their language. So from my side, I just created a Facebook page. I just called some teams on the U.S. Arab radio as Arabic, and I want to translate every word that our mayor said, that he posted every day. We need to translate it to different languages so people will understand. We will be all together and help with this COVID-19 to get over this. So we really need this. We need what they call it. We need the ethnic media to tell people and educate and the new roles about this crisis. So we want to be all together and help each other in these days. So thank you so much again for everyone and for hosting this. Hopefully, we will, in May, everything will be as normal and everything will be back It is only if we come all together as one hand and help each other. We are in New York. Hopefully we'll be safe next month. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Yasmin. Appreciate it.
نحن في بث مباشر مع عمدة مدينة بروكلين من خلال الاجتماع عبر التواصل الويب زوم، وأهلا بكل أسئلتكم إن كانت لديكم أسئلة يسعدنا القبول منها.
Thank you for having me on this call. Thank you for putting this call together. Yes, I basically, concur with everybody has to say, like, this is a very serious matter. We need to get past the disinformation that's out there and try to put out more of the truths. In the matter, I was just doing a Facebook Live just recently, and people were asking me, about the factor of, well, will this cure it? Will this cure it? And we need to get more healthcare professionals, to be able to put out more information out there. We need to increase the platforms to be able to do that. We need more electeds to be able to do that as well too. We also need to make sure that in one way or another, that the information that is sent out, say when we're sending out information on the census, we need to do that as well too, digitally, through mailers and so forth. In regards to the youth, we definitely need to find a way to get more influencers to reach out to the youth to make sure that, they actually give them this message. Because right now, there's many elders that we know in our community, especially flappers and flappers, that are on ventilators at, Kings County and downstate right now. And, it's a reality. It's a very real reality for us. And we need to make sure that we push forward, especially within our communities, but also have the communities work together, even through social distancing, to actually, help each other out in a time of need. I know there's a lot of mutual aid networks out there, and I commend them on the hard work they're doing, and the same as with the first responders and so forth. So I just ask us to, basically come together even more, work out there to get things done. If there's more masks out there, if there's access to it, those who actually need them. President and his staff for putting this together, and I wish everybody, good health and safety going forward.
Sunil. Finally, we'd like to hear from Shahana Masoom, Sister Shahana Masoom, if she's on the call. You can unmute yourself. Are you on? Okay. In that case, we are going to move to the Q&A portion. I'm going to unmute the borough president. We have a question coming in from
نحن في بث مباشر أصدقائنا من مدينة بروكلين مع عمدة بروكلين ومجموعة أسئلة الجالية كل الأعراق المقيمة هنا في مدينة بروكلين، من ضمنها الجالية العربية ممثلة في مجموعة. هذا عمدة مدينة بروكلين إريك آدم.
We said to the governor and the mayor that we should allocate a sum of money to advertise on ethnic radio, ethnic newspapers, and ethnic cable programs. As I move throughout the city and the borough, I know that the various ethnic communities, they communicate through their networks. Number one, the language that is spoken, as well as the forms of media that they are used to. And these various forms of media can be used for instructions, give information about the small business loans that are available, as well as medical and health care. Even the announcement that came over recently telling all New Yorkers that they should wear some form of face covering, either a scarf or some form of cloth. That information should have gone to all of our ethnic communities, and we could do that through our ethnic media. I think there must be a designated fund allocated to the ethnic media to be intentional about reaching their readership or listenership and their population.
We have a question from Jaya. Jaya, do you want to ask your question?
Yeah, my question is from Borough President Eric. There are still subways, there is no social distancing is maintained. So what are we doing to maintain that? Because there are a lot of crowd and those who are into daily wages, so they are going to work. But there is no social distancing.
So why can't we stop subways for some time so that, till the time that COVID can be cured?
Yeah, it's so important, and there have been many conversations about do we shut down the city completely, as Public Advocate Jamani Williams has called for, or how do we make sure that we still provide some of those basic essential services? COVID-19, the highest level of fatalities are among those with pre-existing conditions. 94% of the people who die from COVID-19 are dealing with pre-existing health conditions. And so if we close down the city, that population, of senior population, still must receive some of the basic services, from food to medicine to other care, that many of the adult daycare centers that were providing a service for them no longer exist now. So we are, number one, calling on the governor to reshape the adult daycare centers so they can provide a greater needed services for our seniors. Then expansion of telemedicine and telecommunication like Zoom or WebEx and other type programs, Skype, that we could utilize better, and then target some of those areas where people are not following social distancing. Because how good of a job have we done to actually let people know what that actually means? There were several houses of worship where people were still going in and in close proximity to each other. So we must get that information out, and then we must do a light enforcement. I don't believe we should have the police department having a heavy-handed level of enforcement. We should do a light enforcement to remind people and to encourage people to participate in social distancing.
Thank you so much, and it's a very good, the initiative has been taken from you, and because I'm from the Punjabi TV channel, and it's a Punjabi network, and everybody, it's very right, so people want to know in their own language so they can understand. There are many people.
نحن في بث مباشر مع عمدة مدينة بروكلين لمتساكني بروكلين كل الأعراق، من ضمنها العرق العربي. نحاول أن نوصل صوتنا لعمدة بروكلين.
An allocation of funds that will go directly to the various ethnic media in the city, and that is our call from the governor and the mayor's office to reach out and provide this important service. So this is not a handout. It is a much needed communication that must take place in our various ethnic communities. And that is why we're reaching out to both the state and the city to do so.
Thank you very much. We have a question coming in.
نحن في بث مباشر مع عمدة مدينة بروكلين أعزائنا الكرام، فكل من له أسئلة تجاه الوضع الحالي لكورونا يسعدنا تقديم أسئلتكم لعمدة بروكلين. هذا الاجتماع أو هذا اللقاء خاص بالأعراق المتواجدة في بروكلين.
In connection with the announcement that came from the federal government that all masks, such as surgical masks and N95 masks, should be used by hospital personnel only. I had a conversation with the Commissioner of the Department of Health. They're going to hand down a written ruling to give a better explanation of that, because it seems to be a little unclear at this time. That it appears as though that we're also talking about police and first responders, and so we're trying to get clarity on that. But we believe also that if individuals can't use surgical or N95 masks, that using a scarf, using it the correct way. I asked the Department of Health to give demonstrations on how the scarf should be worn, what is the proper way to do so. Some people are only covering their mouths. Some people don't believe that they should cover their mouths and nose. So we need a clearer explanation of that. The governor announced several weeks ago that those who are in correctional facilities upstate through Concraft. They are making hand sanitizers. Since Brooklyn has one of the largest population, and New York City has one of the largest group of people who go to those correctional facilities, we believe that we should have a large amount of those hand sanitizers distributed throughout our various community, and that is one of the communications we're going to do with the governor's office as well, to get the hand sanitizers here. Assemblywoman Latrice Walker raised that issue yesterday on a briefing call with the governor's office, and we're waiting for communications on how do we get these hand sanitizers here. And so in the area of masks, the city is moving away from having everyday residents use masks. They want them to use a scarf. But hand sanitizers, we're trying to get a bulk of hand sanitizers here inside the city.
We have a question from Carmina Fonseca from El Correo. Carmina?
Yes, hi, good morning, everyone. And thank you, President, for this conference call. So basically, in talking a little bit about what everyone has been saying about the essential information given by our ethnic media. In our case, we have provided much information to our website. However, there's this part of the population that relies more on print publications, and we are struggling right now to print publications. So I was wondering, what in those resources that you're looking for, how it could help, print publications like ours first of all, stay alive and keep reaching this population. I was talking to my publisher, and we're willing to do door-to-door or mail to certain zip codes, but it all depends on the finances. So I was just wondering how this is part of that allocation that you're looking for.
Yes, that's exactly what we're looking for. We believe that this funding stream should go to publications like yours, so that we can give a real on-the-ground interaction, communication, door-to-door mailing, writing in the languages that people understand. Because as one question was raised earlier, one speaker stated, from my understanding of moving around the city to various ethnic groups, there are a large population of people who only read their papers or listen to their shows in their languages. And we're missing that entire population if we don't become intentional about getting that information. So your publication is exactly what we're talking about when we say that we must put resources to allow you to get it out.
نحن في لقاء مباشر مع عمدة مدينة بروكلين مع كل الأعراق المتواجدة هنا في بروكلين، من ضمنها العرق العربية، الجالية العربية ممثلة في مجموعة من الأصدقاء يمثلون بعض الجمعيات وكذلك راديو صوت العرب من أمريكا.
Mr. President, thank you very much. Believe you me, you are the first government or elected official who ethnic media, not thought about the ethnic media, but going to take some actions by writing a letter to the governor and the mayor. And both of them, we know, are very busy in this challenging time. We would like you to please follow up your letter, because as some of my colleagues said, media needs support right now. So that would be great if you can follow up with the governor. And second, can you give us some idea how many confirmed corona cases are in Brooklyn? And when the testing sites is going to be reopened in Brooklyn?
As I stated, that there is a lack of real understanding when the testing sites are going to reopen. The governor's office is in support of testing locations, and I believe he reported today that there's some conversations around rapid testing, and we're hoping that they use areas clearly, both of them are considered to be the epicenter of coronavirus here in the city of New York. And so it is our hopes that these testing sites, if they're open in Brooklyn and Queens, will be open immediately. It's unfortunate that they have two sites that have opened in the Bronx, as I indicated. One site is open on Staten Island. We've closed the only site that we've had in Brooklyn, and that is really troublesome for all of us. And as I speak with you, I'm looking at the numbers now from my team. And Jonah, if you have it available, that would be very helpful. You could tell us also.
I will. It seems as though the latest numbers, there are over 16,000 cases in Brooklyn as of the latest reporting. 16,488 is the current number. That number may be updated based on the governor's briefing today. Thank you for that question, Mr. Zahir.
And there has been a steady increase. As I'm looking over the numbers now, from going back for the last few days, the numbers have increased. Going back on March 29th, we were only dealing with 8,451 cases, and now 1,000 cases in New York City. So the numbers are substantially high for the borough, and if they continue to grow, we're hoping that the numbers don't. We also want the city and state to turn over the testing data. How many cases are we testing in the boroughs of particularly Brooklyn and Queens, where we seem to have the largest number of cases?
We're going to take one more question from Majid Jaral. Mr. Jaral, would you like to ask your question?
And first of all, this is a very good step to spread information, to give awareness people in their own languages, in their mother languages. So I want to start. I am also one of those people who cannot speak English very well. Definitely at some stages, I also feel difficulty to understand the message given by this conference, this session. So I also have a request, if anybody from my community, from Pakistani community, like Mohsin Bhai is here, Hassan Bhai is here, if I speak and if I cannot give a message, that doesn't make a sense that I have a request to them to make to translate it. So I, first of all, besides this COVID-19, people also getting the psychological problems. If they get fevers, like any other reason, they get psychological pressure that, they have COVID-19, they affected by the COVID-19. This is just because of the fake news. Is any platform in borough office who can handle the people to give awareness to them that that can save them from such fake news? Secondly, as a journalist, I'm also representing here PNN, Pakistan News Network, and Pakistan News Network is a part of Pakistan News, which is one of the famous old newspaper in New York, not only New York, in other states also this newspaper is published. So as a journalist, I also need correct information to give people. Being a press secretary, would you give us true information about COVID-19? Any instruction by email, by any other forum? Do you have any in your plan? Do you have any plan to spread or to convey true information to the journalists so they can pass to the people in right form? Is it?
Yes, and that's a great question. We have a document with basic information around COVID-19, and we're going to update that to talk about the recent announcement for everyone to wear a scarf and with the CDC's, the federal government, and the Department of Health and Mental Hygiene's position on wearing surgical masks. We'll update that and we'll send it out to you. And if you want to translate it into a particular language, feel free to do so, and we will give you as much information as possible when we receive it. We currently do a briefing document every day when we get information from the state and the city. We can also send you that as well.
So everybody, we have to wrap up, unfortunately, but we want to thank you for jumping on this important call and talking about the needs of ethnic communities during this challenging time. I have one more request for everyone. If they can turn on their cameras, we would like to take a screenshot of this entire Zoom conference to really showcase the diversity of this borough and of our communities throughout New York City. So if everyone could just turn on their cameras or make sure they're on, we'd love to take a screenshot that we can post to social media.
يطلب من الجميع أن يفتح الكاميرا تبعه من أجل أخذ صورة جماعية لكل الأعراق المتواجدة في بروكلين. أذكر كل من يتابعنا نحن في بث مباشر من مدينة نيويورك، بالتحديد مع عمدة بروكلين، مع كل الأعراق المتواجدة في بروكلين من ضمنها الجالية العربية، وطرح أسئلتهم ما يخص وما يهم الوضع العام حول انتشار وباء كورونا.
And again, we want to thank you for joining us and have a great rest of your day, and please stay safe. Thank you all.
Thank you, Jonah, and thank you all of you who joined us.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
أصدقائنا الكرام، كنتم في متابعة مباشرة لعمدة مدينة بروكلين، وحاول عمدة بروكلين أن يجتمع بكل الأعراق المتواجدة هنا في مدينة نيويورك، ومن ضمنها كان الجالية العربية ممثلة في زميلة موني، وبعض من الأصدقاء الجالية العربية مثل ياسمين كذلك كانت متواجدة هناك، وحاولنا أن نطرح مجموعة من الأسئلة على عمدة مدينة بروكلين. ونود أن نأخذ خلاصة مع موني، يعني لو تعطي فكرة لمتتبعين الكرام ماذا أجاب عمدة بروكلين حول الأسئلة التي وجهت إليه، وما الغاية من هذا الاجتماع مع الأعراق المتواجدة هنا من متساكني بروكلين. لك الخط.
اوكي، يعني ملخص الموضوع ان عمدة بروكلين مهتم بالبرو بروكلين، خاصة بجاليتنا العربية وبكل الاثنيسيتيز المختلفة، وخصوصا ان الموضوع الكورونا فيروس هي من المصابين في نيويورك عندنا ببروكلين، ففي أهمية كبيرة. ومعظم الانفورميشن اللي بنتواصل او احنا بنتابعها كجالية عربية ما بتوصل لناش من السورس، يعني ما فيش عندهم الترجمة مثلا بالعربي اللي بتنزل من السيتي، تنزل الآن بالإنجليش وبالأسباني، وهذول السورسز الموثقة اللي هي بتتابعنا وبتدينا التوعية باللي بيحصل عندنا ببروكلين وبالمدينة وبالولاية. فالاهتمام الآن ان الأستاذ يعني إريك آدمز مهتم جدا وعايز يعطي تعاون لنا، يعني كالتواصل، يعني كالراديو والتلفزيون العربي والميديا العربي، علشان ياخدوا الانفورميشن الصحيح اللي بتوصل لهم من السورس نفسه. فهو الآن هيكتب letter وجواب إلى عمدة نيويورك وكولاية وكمدينة، so for Mayor de Blasio والجوفرنر، يطالبهم ب يعني المساعدة ان احنا نقدر نعمل تواصل بالعربي، وطبعا في كل الاثنيسيتيز زي الاسباني والياباني والصيني والباكستاني. فهو مهتم جدا بهذا البرو لانه هو متعاطف معنا كاحنا يعني عندنا the biggest immigration population، وبالذات ان معظم الناس يعني بتتابع الانفورميشن بتاعها سواء بالجريده او بالتي في العربي. فهذا يعني ملخص المؤتمر.
نعم.
وإن شاء الله يعني إنه هو بيتواصل ويقدر يدينا السبورت علشان نقدر ندي ونفضل نوعي الكوميونتي بخطورة هذا المرض.
شكرا لك على المشاركة معنا وربط الصلة للحضور هذا اللقاء الإعلامي مع عمدة مدينة بروكلين. كما لاحظت أصدقائي الكرام، نسعى جاهدا من خلال نشاطنا الإعلامي هنا في أمريكا من خلال راديو صوت العرب، إن كان في ميشيغان أو واشنطن أو في نيويورك، أن نوصل المعلومة. وكما تعلمون مدينة نيويورك من أكبر المدن الأمريكية، فيها عدد من المهاجرين والعرق العربي متواجد هنا بكثرة، وأكيد نسعى لتقديم المعلومة المبسطة بلغة الجالية باللغة العربية. ونتمنى أن يكون هنالك دعم من محافظ عمدة مدينة نيويورك ومن حاكم مدينة نيويورك. شكرا لك مني على هذا اللقاء المباشر، ونتمنى لك الصحة والعافية، وآمل أن نتواصل معك إن شاء الله في لقاءات قادمة لجاليتنا العربية مني. شكرا. إذا أصدقائي، كنت معكم في هذا البث الاستثنائي والخاص كما قلنا لعمدة مدينة بروكلين. آمل تواصلكم معي ودعم هذا النشاط الإعلامي الخاص بالجالية العربية هنا في الولايات المتحدة الأمريكية. وأدعو كل أصحاب المؤسسات، إن لديكم يعني مؤسسات هنا في أمريكا وتودون بث إعلانات إشهارية تكون دعم لنا في تطوير عملنا الإعلامي، أكون شاكر لكم يعني تعاون وربط الصلة معكم من أجل الاتفاق على بث الإعلانات الإشهارية من خلال هذا البث الإعلامي لجاليتنا. في ختام هذا اللقاء أتمنى لكم الصحة والعافية، وأتمنى أن أتواصل معكم في سهرة الجمعة الساعة 10 بتوقيت نيويورك، وفي لقاء يوم الأربعاء في برنامج ازيكم كيفنكم الساعة 3 بتوقيت نيويورك. أكون معكم على الهواء على صفحة راديو صوت العرب من أمريكا. في حفظ الله دمتم، ألتقيكم يوم الأربعاء القادم بإذن الله. مع تحيات رفعت
صوت العرب من أمريكا.
راديو صوت العرب من الولايات المتحدة الأمريكية بنيويورك وواشنطن وميشيغان. استمعوا لنا على راديو صوت العرب من أمريكا. راديو صوت العرب من أمريكا، عندما يستمع العالم إلى صوت العرب.